Good morning, class. My name is Mr. Flores, and for this video, I am going to show you guys how to do, I guess, the basics of wrestling, since I did wrestle in high school, so I do have a good experience in this field. So for the most part, I'm gonna teach you 3 skills. First, I'm gonna demonstrate them, and then you guys will do it accordingly. I'm gonna do it step by step so you guys could actually grasp the steps, the moves, the technique, and all whatnot. But first and foremost, I'm going to teach you how to do a wrestling stance, since that is the major component of being like a wrestler, because you have to have a good stance in order to actually do the moves, since wrestling is a combat sport, so you have to be able to move your body a certain way, because you will get hurt if you do it wrong, since it is a combat sport. So a wrestling stance consists of putting your right foot forward and your left foot back. Always bend your knees and keep your hands up like this. It could go either way, other way around, left foot front, right foot back, and always have your hands up front. And this is the most common mistake a lot of new wrestlers do. They when they move, you have to move in a circle always, and never push back, because you will be called out for it. But I will not get to in that technical stuff right now, because this is a PE class and I'm just showing you the basics, since I'm not coaching you in doing it the right way, just the safe way. So basically, having a wrestling stance, always be in this position, always has your hands up, and always move. Never cross your legs, because someone could tackle you down and then they'll take you down. So all you have to do is just keep this position, bounce around, move. You could go other way around, fake hands, always have your hands up and stuff like that. And that's how you do a wrestling stance. Okay, for the first skill I'm gonna show you is how to do a double. A double consists of a lunging action. It could go either side, left or right leg. So basically, a double is when you put this knee forward, you go on the ground in between the person's legs. You shoot, your right knee goes down and your left knee follows. So once you're here, the right knee is in between the person's legs, and then you wrap this leg that it's already collapsed all the way up here. So once you're in this position, you're gonna be in the person's crotch. So once you're here, you're going to basically put your head on their right hip, dig inside with your head, and then you have to put your right hand on their right thigh, and then you put your left hand on their right thigh. And then once you're in this position, you're going to drive up and then toss them down. So that's a double. I'll do it quicker. Shadow wrestling. I take a double, I get the legs, and then I shoot. That's a double. So one more time, you're in this position, you set everything up, and then you shoot. You're in between their crotch, and then that split second, you're going to transition your right hand on their left thigh, your left arm on their left thigh, your head is in between their hips, and then you bring this leg around, and then you drive. So yeah, there's variations of a double. That was just the basic double. A blast double is when you basically lunge forward, put your head on their chest, and basically just ram into them. And this is very frowned upon. I mean, it's legal in wrestling, but it is a move that you could do. That's also a blast double. And when I say double, you're taking the opponent down with both legs. So you're grabbing both legs and then you move. So you grab it and then you run it. That's how you do a double. So now onto a single leg. A single leg is basically single leg. So you're gonna attack one leg. So set everything up. What I like to do is I fake them into over here, you fake them, they're gonna come over here, and then right away, I'm gonna shoot for their ankle. I shoot for their ankle, I grab it, their ankle is gonna be right here. So once you do that, you're gonna have to pick up the leg, put the leg in your inner thighs, and then you trap them. And then once they're here, they're off balance. And then there's many varieties of what you could do in this single leg. So you could pick up the leg's right here, they're wobbling, and then you transition that leg to over here, and then you trip them. So there's variations with the single leg. You go ahead, grab the other single leg, you go around, you pick it up, and then you do hike the ball. Hike the ball is when your leg's in here, and you grab it and you snap their leg so they could fall forward. So a single leg is attacking one leg. So I go over here, I grab the leg, I pick it up, I put it over here, and I trip them. Or you could go the other leg, you pick them up. You could actually put your head on their knee so they could collapse. So I have the single leg here, I put my head on their knee, and then they collapse, and they're on the floor, and then I go behind them, and that's how you score points. So a review on doubles and singles. Doubles is when you put your knee down first, you grab both legs, and you come back running. That's a double. Let me demonstrate it one more time. And then you shoot, and then you grab both legs, then you toss them down, and then you go behind them. And a single is when you grab one leg. Let's say the leg's right there, I go for the leg, I pick it up, I move the leg here, or the other way, whatever you're comfortable. I have the leg here, I lift it up, and then I trip him, and then he falls down. Okay, so that was 2 skills, doubles and singles. Now I'm gonna teach you how to sprawl. When you sprawl, this is how I learned. Once you sprawl, it's a push-up, but burpees, but sprawl is a little bit more different. So when you sprawl, you're gonna have to put your hips on the floor, and you could do it here. It's safe, you know, grass, it's pretty safe. You could do it at the beach, you could do it at the mats. Specifically, mats would have been nice, but unfortunately, we don't have the budgets in this school, so we had to improvise and use grass. So when you sprawl in a coach setting, they would have the wrestlers like this, and then they whistle, and then when they whistle, that's a sprawl. So when you sprawl, you basically mimic a burpee, and you go down here, and then you put the hips on the ground, and that's sprawl. And that is mimicking when an opponent shoots, and then you put your whole body weight on them. So when you put the whole body weight on them, the best way to sprawl is putting your hand, whatever hand dominant you're into, left or right, you're gonna put that hand on their neck, and then you're gonna sprawl on their body. So they're gonna be like this. And once you sprawl on them, you're gonna have the opportunity to turn around and go behind them. So when they say sprawl, and then up, go ahead, sprawl. So it's just a burpee, but you're gonna have to put your hips on the ground. So sprawl, it's pretty straightforward. So let me do a recap of what we learned. So a double consists of grabbing both legs and taking your opponent down with your whole body. So basically, you could do a regular double, or you could do a blast double, and a single leg. You just grab the other leg, the one singular leg, you pick it up, you could trip them, you could pull them in, you could transition to a leg collapse, basically, or drive into the leg. Since once you have one leg, you just drive into both knees and you push them down. And that's also a move. And then sprawl is basically a burpee, but instead of a push-up position, you put your hips down. You know, put your hips down onto the floor. It's gonna hurt at first, but that's essential to learning this skill. So thank you for listening to my video demonstration, and now it's your guys' turn to do these moves with your partner. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm here to help you guys. Just have fun and enjoy your time. Thank you.